Hey y'all, it's Hans with Outdoor Legacy. I'm excited to bring you another review today. This is the InfiRay Outdoor, the Rico MK1 RH35. This might be a thermal scope that you have not heard about before. This kind of made a silent entry into the marketplace. It is the little brother of a very well-known scope, and that's the iRay MK1 RH50. That's the 50 millimeter 640 version, the very first scope that was released here by iRay USA. That's been a year ago now. This one it's not brand new. I mean, the scope is brand new, but it has been on the market now for a couple months. Wanted to do a complete review on it, do some hunting videos with it, give you a chance to see through the scope footage. But again, this is the InfiRay Outdoor, the Rico RH35, and it is distributed here in the United States by iRay USA. Now, before we get into it, a lot of people are probably going to ask, what is it mounted on? This is really a great setup for this scope. You got a 12-inch, this is the American Defense Manufacturing UIC Compact Hunter, 6.5 Grendel, 12-inch barrel. Got it mounted with a Silencer Co. Omega 300 with a ASR adapter. I mean, this is a compact, nice little setup. It's mounted on a Kofi or Reaper grip with slick tripod. This, to me, as far as what this scope might be considered as somewhat close range hunting, I can't think of a better rig to put it on than this. I'll kind of swivel it around and give you a chance to see it. Got it mounted with the American Defense Manufacturing quick release mount. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but we're going to go through the specs. You're going to see a bunch of video. We're going to talk about the differences between the RH50 and this RH35. There's not a lot of differences, but some very key differences. We'll talk about who it's for and maybe some likes and dislikes. But jumping right into the specs, and if you have any questions, as always, you can comment to this video. You can also call us at Outdoor Legacy, 877-350-1818. If you are looking to purchase any night vision or thermal optic, give us a call. You can talk to me or Jason. This is our full-time job. This is what we do. We're blessed to do it during the day when the sun's up. We're making reviews, we're selling scopes. At night, we're getting video and hunting. So we'd appreciate you give us a call, 877-350-1818. Now, the specs. Let's go over those real quick. Now, this is a 640 resolution, just like the RH50. So they're both 640 resolution, 12 micron. It's got a 50 hertz refresh rate. A big difference between this and the RH50. The RH35, the one we got here today, it starts at 2 power and goes up to 8 power magnification. So it's a digital zoom, a 4 times digital zoom. It's got a 30 millimeter objective lens on it. It does record video, and also it does record audio. The battery life on it, now it is a completely rechargeable, removable battery that mounts right here on the side. You can pull it out. You get about, I'd say about 8 hours, conservatively 8 hours of runtime. Could be more, but the nice thing about it, you can buy a backup battery, a spare battery. They're about $160 if you want to get a backup, and it just pulls out, snap the other one right back in. It does obviously have a focusable objective lens, focusable eyepiece diopter. The detection range on this is 1,975 yards. If you've watched the videos here long enough, you know that there's a big difference between detection and ID range. We'll talk about that a little bit more. The operating temperature, a lot of people asking these days about operating temperature. All of our friends up north that are hunting in colder weather than we have right down here in Texas. Operating temperatures, -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. The recoil rating, again, another big question. The iRay Rico RH35 is rated for 300 Winchester or 7 mag. The field of view, 66 feet at 100 yards. The price on it, $4,999, and it does come with the iRay USA, the 5-year warranty. So that's something standard for all of the iRay products that you're familiar with, and it's been a huge important factor of their early success and growth in such a short amount of time of really being here in the market here in the United States. Now, the differences between the RH50 and the RH35, let's talk about that a little bit. So the RH50, the big brother to this one, it's got a 50 millimeter objective lens. As you can see, this is a 35 millimeter objective lens on this. What does that mean? Not really a whole heck of a lot. Where it gets into the differences really is obviously the magnification. Like I said, the RH50 is a 3 to 12 power. The RH35 is a 2 to 8 power. Also the field of view. So field of view on the RH, I'm getting all these numbers, going to get them all mixed up by the end of this. The field of view on the RH50 is 47 feet at 100 yards. The field of view on the RH35 is 66 feet at 100 yards. So pretty significant field of view difference. It's going to come into play for whatever different yardages that you specifically hunt at quite a bit. The RH50, the big brother's got the 2,400 yard detection range. Like I said, the RH35's got close to 2,000 yard detection range. And I think that's pretty much it. As far as detection and the identification range. So let's do a quick walk around of the scope. You got the 4-button layout on top. Obviously, you got your focus lens adjustment right here where you can focus the picture image. You got your battery removal compartment right here. Battery slips out, you can put it right back in. Eyepiece diopter focus. Rubber eye cup, it is removable, so you can take that off whenever you want. Some people don't like it on there. Some people like it on there. I could care less. A lot of times I'm leaving them on there. Like I said, got it mounted on the American Defense Manufacturing 1 throw lever quick release mount. That's all you need, especially for an AR platform. You're going to really, really like that. You see this Picatinny rail on the side. The Rico scopes, we've talked about in the past, the RL42, the RH50, now the RH35. You do have the ability to add a laser rangefinder either at the time you purchase the unit or later on down the road. You can set up your own modular laser rangefinder. It mounts right here on the side of the Picatinny rail, plugs into the scope. It's all integrated, just a little bit of calibration on the laser rangefinder and you're good to go. But with that being said, that's why that's on there. I want to show you something real quick because a lot of people ask about mounting options. The mount that the scope comes with, the mount, the American Defense Manufacturing mount is an add-on, and it's if you want that upgrade, we do sell those as well. This is the mount that it comes with. You can get a good look at it. Not necessarily what I would consider so much so a quick release in the same sense that you see this, but if you are using a bolt action rifle, if you hunt with a bolt action rifle, the mount that this scope comes with is probably going to be your best bet. It will sit that scope back further on the rail so you can get better eye relief on a bolt action rifle. Now, if you are hunting with a bolt action and an AR, you switch back and forth, you're probably going to want to get the American Defense, for being able to take it on and off and return to zero. So the mount that it comes with, good for bolt action, not so good for AR, because on an AR platform, it almost sits it too far back on an AR platform. You're getting up on the handguard if you put it any far forward. So AR, shooting on AR, definitely, I would say get the American Defense Manufacturing mount. Now, some important things about this scope. As far as detection range, this is a 2 to 8 power scope, 2x to 8x. Identification range is, I'd say conservatively about 400 yards. Was able to see hogs and deer out a little bit further than that, but I would say 400 yards conservatively. Effective shooting distance, I would say this scope, I'm not going to say that this scope is either good for a hog hunter or a coyote hunter. I'm going to speak in terms of distances. If you, large in part, and vast majority of the times, are taking shots under 150 yards. If you say 99% of your shots are under 150 yards, which, to tell you the truth, that's probably the majority of night hunters are really shooting under that distance. There might be some of y'all that stretch it out and take longer shots or do it consistently, depending on what area you're in. But most people that I talk to, and even including myself, most of the shots are under 150 yards. So, I would say 200 yards and in is going to be the effective shooting range with this scope. Very good picture image, as you can see from a lot of the videos. It gives you a very nice, crisp, clear picture. I did not mention a couple things. It does have Wi-Fi, so you can Wi-Fi it to your cell phone with the InfiRay Outdoor app, which is nice if you want to just set it up on a tripod, watch your phone if you're covering and hunting over bait piles. It makes it really nice and convenient. So the likes. Let's talk about the likes and dislikes. Really, I'd say the only dislike that I have about this scope, it does say that it includes audio. It does include audio. There is a microphone in this scope. However, the audio is not great. I mean, when you record a video and you listen back to it, the shots sound more like just audio pops. It doesn't sound like a gunshot. You're not going to be able to hear yourself talk. You're not going to hear a lot of what goes on in the background. You know, if you've got a coyote caller running and you'd like to pick up the coyote calls on the scope, it's not going to hear it in most, by and large, cases. The audio is not great. I don't know if it's because the scope is so weatherproofed and silicone, it muffles the microphone inside it. Don't really know why, but the audio is not great. The video quality is very, very good though. As you can see on the videos, I mean, video quality is great, just like all the other 640 iRay products. Very crisp, very clear. I really, really like the battery life. I like the removable batteries. The form factor, you know, very easy scope to use. The setup process on it, I think it's a great price at $49.99. I think it's a really good deal for what you're getting. You know, you're getting a 640 resolution thermal scope, 12 micron, 50 hertz refresh rate, all the bells and whistles, and a 5-year warranty for $49.99. I think it's really a good deal. Might be a scope that you haven't heard about. This is the InfiRay Outdoor Rico MK1 RH35, which is the little brother to the Rico MK1 640 RH50, which is the bigger, the 50 millimeter objective lens on it. So if you have any questions, if you want to know more about iRay products, if you want to know more about any night vision or thermal optics, you can give us a call again, 877-350-1818. Would love to give you a hand with that. What we try to do is take the confusion out of night vision and thermal optics. So you can talk to me, ask for Hans, you can ask for Jason. Both of us do the Late Night Vision Show podcast, and you can find that on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Google Play. It's a weekly show that we do. We review all the scopes over there. We talk about a lot of hog and predator hunting over there as well, so you can check that out. That's the Late Night Vision Show. With that being said, we've got a lot more reviews coming up. Next up is going to be a review of the AGM Varmint TS35 640. So that is the brand new thermal scope from AGM that includes a laser rangefinder. So we will see y'all soon. Until then, y'all stay safe in the fields. Keep making them bacon pancakes.